What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about ICP to see if this price is going to run to $6.75. If it does, you guys can see if it runs to $6.75, it will take us right down here to this buy zone, which we've shown you on this chart, which is plotted right here on this chart. So it won't necessarily be a bad thing to see the price in ICP run to $6.75 now, would it? Welcome everyone to the channel. This is what I do. I do price prediction. You guys can see the one already on our chart for ICP came and hit our ultimate TP price on September the 28th. Pretty good call, 21.15% there. We can get rid of it. Now, before I break down what I think the market and ICP is about to do next, if you appreciate the content that you guys see here, follow me, subscribe to the channel. Now, let's break this down a little bit further. One thing that we're going to get rid of, delete from this chart, is this sell zone right here for ICP. The market no longer is seen as being impacted by sellers here, so we can actually get rid of it here. And we can move the sell zone up here for ICP, okay? Because this was the last spot location that we've seen sellers really impact the price and move it down. All right. So now, one thing I want to show you is the last time that we saw ICP trade around $7.50, $7.75 is right here, right? The market came back down to that particular target territory on October the 3rd. Now, the first time we saw the market in ICP come to $7.75, the market ran up from the close of that day. It went up 22%. This time, ICP, the market currently is only up almost 9%. So what does it mean? It means that those buyers may not have enough momentum to run price back up to $10, which would mean there's a greater probability to see the price in ICP run back down to $6.75. Here it is on the weekly chart. Okay, here on the weekly, we all can visually see here that price is trending on the weekly time frame. So there's a basis, there is foundation above $6.75 that can actually see price in ICP hold, and that would probably be the better scenario. That's probably something we would want to see have happen if you're trying to see the market in ICP go up. You don't want to see it come back down to $6.75. If anything, you would want it to bounce off this trend line here on this chart. Okay, here it is on the 2 weeks. What do you guys think about this on the 2 weekly chart? This is where sellers hit the market in ICP. And currently, by the price exit on this current 2 weekly, they're still hitting the market. What about in the 3 weeks? In the next 12 days, 14 hours, I'm gonna keep it real. We don't want to see ICP close down at the bottom of the bar. So we got a whole lot of time. But as it looks now, that's not a good idea. That's not a good signal if we're anticipating higher prices into the market for ICP. Okay, so what I think is about to go down in the market for ICP is lower prices. Again, we can still see price hit this trend line though. Okay, so I'm gonna input this trend line on our chart just as a reference point, because we will want to see the market, at least if we want to see price ascend and go up, these buyers had to send us confirmation that they're willing to hold the market here. Okay, they need to show us that. If they don't, then you're going to see the market in ICP do this, come down and break that trend line and try to nest around $6.75 or even $6.30. So given that scenario that I'm seeing on the chart in ICP, we are going to anticipate some lower prices. Okay. Now, our first target is going to be in or around this trend line. As time goes on, that will reduce the profit potential on this forecast. That's our first target though. Our second target is going to be at this first buy zone, okay? Either at the high or the low of the buy zone. At the high, it gives us 14.67%. At the low, it gives us around like 16. Okay, so we'll hold this here for the moment in ICP, and we'll see how far sellers can move this price. The sooner buyers step in, price won't fall far. The longer that it takes for the buyers to step in, the further price will fall, in my prediction. Okay, so we already got the location spotted, targets seen. We just need to kick back and let the market continue to work itself out. All right, so I'm actually finished. You guys can go ahead and drop a comment below and let us know how low do you think the price in ICP is about to go. Make sure you maintain profit, and as always, trade different.